we go from Denver. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it, because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. On 1st and 10, Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Operating from the gun, Nix. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
And he returns this to the 22. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
He's got a man complete. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. John Feliciano, the guard, the guilty party there.
Still first down.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. First man through, it's the fullback Juszczyk. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Baron Browning. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And his kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, our score, 9-3. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st down, Nix. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Nix. And this one complete again to Mims. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix on the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And oh, he coughed it up. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forcing...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Nix able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos' 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now Williams running left. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw. Nix firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Nix. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On first down, it's Purdy. Dancing to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's going to have a Niners first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing on first down. Nix. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Niners are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise...
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
2nd and 16.
Operating from the gun. Nix, that's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31. Looking to throw. Nix.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Second down and 3.
Back to throw. Nix. He finds his man. Complete. That's Reynolds. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's brought down.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
This rookie was already being tested as he tries to lead a comeback here in the second half. Now he's got to get some momentum back after that sack and a big loss.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st down, Purdy steps away to his left. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not all now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Nix looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On first down, Purdy. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Now Moody for the PAT. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Nix This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the gun, Nix.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again, Nix. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down and 6 now.
Looking to throw. Nix. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds right around the 20.
From the 20, here's 2nd and a yard.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Nix. This will be caught just inside the 10. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw. Nix.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Broncos. Josh Reynolds. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Denver touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Throw left side to Reynolds.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
I like the thought process.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here's 1st down. Purdy to throw.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal.
This to almost certainly win the football game. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. And, Charles, I'm no psychologist, not going to pretend to play one here, not on TV, but it looked to me like the icing that might have gotten to him there.
I think it's a good idea. You and I will stay out of that business, but different kickers react in different ways. It doesn't faze some of them. Others, you're not quite sure, but for whatever the reason, this game is still tied.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Off-play action. Nix.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
3 ticks remain. This is it here. Here's Purdy to throw.
Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime.
So it's the 49ers who will get the football first with a chance to win it here in overtime. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a 1st down.
Now Purdy.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Brandon Jones in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Well, he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
The end result is brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Purdy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Nix.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
To throw again. Nix.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Nix.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 4th down, Nix. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. So it's a win for the Niners here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, just a tremendous game throwing the football. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes included in that total. And he really just dissected this defense from the opening kickoff to the final gun.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.